guys, welcome to the Trachouse. I'm gonna give you guys a quick tour of our brand new location. So follow me. So right here, it's kind of empty now, but we're gonna be featuring some small black businesses so they can come and showcase their work here, sell their candles, whatever type of handmade, homemade things for their small businesses so that they can be exposed to our clientele. So they'll be showcased here along with some Trachouse stuff. This is our front desk. I'm very proud of it. Trachouse. They'll welcome you. We have a QR code to scan. You get to your appointment.
Nice.
To keep it paperless and contactless. This is our money trade because we're gonna be rich.
Oh, okay. Those real dollars?
They are. This is my station. You can just go on in.
Let's see.
This is where the magic happens.
Boss lady, huh?
Yes.
I like it.
This is why I service my clients in a private sort of area, but still in the mix. Because I don't have a Salon. One of my nail techs over here, she's with the clients. These are the salon stations here. Dryers.
You don't cut, you razor.
Everybody give a quick wave to the camera. This is where we wash here. We have a lot of artwork featured inside of the salon. They were donated to us from one of our followers in California because they are about the culture. So you're gonna see that all around the salon because we love that shit. This is our storage closet. This is our bathroom. It's going to step in and some work on the wall because she's not over it and we're not over shit. So that's why we got her in there. Some more artwork here. Sorry. This is our braider room. This is Nee. She's one of our master stylists. And then this is where our makeup artists do their thing. We also do brows. We do brow enhancement. And this beautiful mural here on the wall was created and hand painted by one of our trusted followers. His name is Brandon. You guys follow him. He's a tattoo artist. He's dope. He'll do any wall art, tattoo, whatever, your body, your wall, whatever you need. And that's it. Hi everyone, my name is Renee and I'm the owner and founder of Trachouse Salons, and you're about to have an interview with No Guru Ish.
So how long has this place been open?
Since last week.
Last week. Yo, man.
How long has it been? Like 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
How long did it take to come
It
together?
It took 133 days. That was specific. That was crazy, right?
Yeah,
no, it didn't take that long. But it seemed like a long time. I signed the lease on February 28th, and then I moved in 2 weeks ago. So it was a very long process as far as construction, shipping of items, just dealing with contractors that are not serious about their business.
Yeah.
As you guys came here, there was no sign outside to tell you where to go.
That's true.
I paid this guy like $7,000 on April 2nd, and my sign is still not up. So it's just been a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
$7,000.
Yeah.
And he's just not around.
No. He's around, but my sign is not up.
That's a problem.
It is. That's what happens when you're a woman in business,
Yeah.
because my voice isn't stern enough to tell him to hurry the fuck up like that. And I don't really talk like that.
You don't?
No.
Damn.
So, yeah, just waiting.
All right.
It'll come.
We'll get to that too, because
Yeah.
I ain't off that. That's crazy.
It's okay. It's gonna come. Everything has a time.
That's true.
So like today, I made a reel, and it's about at 5K right now of me just driving in because nobody knows how to get here.
Guess what? I used that reel to get here.
That's what I'm saying. But if it was a sign, I would not have to make the reel. So
That's
everything
true.
happens for a reason.
But dang, look how you resourceful though. Like how you did that. Like,
Yeah, it was just us getting like mad phone calls of where are we going? Because you put the address in, it brings you to TJ Maxx, which is on the other side of the highway.
right.
But we're over here.
So before this,
Yes.
because I'm new to this. Like,
Okay.
we're gonna have to start over. For
Okay,
me.
no problem.
So before this, what was it?
So from the beginning,
Yeah, let's rewind.
I went to Southern Connecticut State University,
Okay.
And while I was there, my mom moved to Atlanta, and I did hair in my dorm. I needed money, and hair gives you quick money. So it's like drugs. Like, it's fast. You get money, it comes, it goes, you buy clothes, you party. It's just real quick money. So if you don't know what to do with it, you could go broke real fast.
Right.
But anyway, I was in college, so I just needed like, Forever 21 clothes to go to like the club. So I did hair in my dorm, and then I got an apartment while I was in college. I did hair from there. And then life went on. I worked at a salon for like a week, and working for someone in that atmosphere wasn't for me, because it was like a commission-based situation. So like I would do the hair, and she would like give me $40 and be charging people like $200. And it didn't make sense. Even when I was young, I knew that wasn't right for me. So I worked at a salon for a second, very hot second, and I was like, I'm gonna go back home and do hair. So then I was home doing it, and I was like, you know what, I'm about to move. I had got married at the time, and I said, we need to move. So we moved to North Haven, and in North Haven, it's like a suburb, so I didn't want to do hair at my house. There's no bus transportation, and my clientele base was taking the bus, getting a ride, so I couldn't be on the outskirts of town, so I needed to be in town. So I got a small suite. It was like 400 square feet in New Haven, right like in the heart of the hood. But it was great. It was a great building, stepping stone. So as I was there, I hired 3 people to come and work with me. And I didn't do the same model that I had before. So I allowed them to make the money as they wanted. And they just gave me a little portion. They gave me like $75 a week, which is nothing if you think about what rent is like today.
Right.
So they were working with me. We were learning off each other, building each other. One of them had just graduated from high school. The other one was she just had a baby, so she was just getting into Paul Mitchell, so she went to hair school. And the other one, I just knew her from, just from the hood, and she was really good at braiding. And I was like, you would be a good asset. She had great customer service, just all the things that I believed in as, being a customer and then actually being a stylist. So we built this little brand, and then the landlord was like, yo, you got too many people coming in and out of my building. Because it was like an industrial type of building. So you had to like get buzzed in. So we had to like walk down this long dark hallway to let people in. The bathroom was dingy. It was just terrible. But the rent was like cheap. I ain't gonna say what it was, but it was cheap. So from there, he was like, I have another spot for you. And I was like, where? This is great. So he brought me to this spot where we just were for 5 years on Grand Avenue. It did us well. We built the team to make it bigger. More people came on, and we just kind of built ourselves from Instagram and just creating the brand in that way and using everybody's talents to create this empire, I like to call it. And then my landlord on December 1st was like, yeah, your lease is up. And I was like, okay, so what's up? Have your secretary send me a new one so I can re-sign it. And he was like, no, actually, I want you to leave because I have another business that wants your space. And I was just having a heart attack. So I'm like, I didn't plan. I thought it was going to be there forever. I thought I was going to go to new space at one point, but then it'll be like a hair store. It'll be another business, like I'll keep it. And that wasn't the case. He wanted me to leave, and it was a very stressful time. But in 2020, to reverse a little bit, I opened another location called the Trachouse Beauty Lounge, which is on State Street, and it's still there. And I put makeup artists there, esthetician, teeth whitening, nails, and again added additional women onto the team because after the pandemic, everybody was looking mad dusty. And they needed services, and they were going to pay whatever, and they wanted, a trusted brand that they could believe in to say, oh, I can get everything done with them because they do everything. They're clean, they're taking care of us, we could schedule an appointment, it was just great. So back to 2021, we had to leave, and I didn't tell any of the girls about it because I was like, everybody's gonna panic and everybody's gonna leave and everybody's gonna be like, this shit is unstable, what are we gonna do? And I was like, this is just a disaster. And I had so many moments of feeling defeated and just like really cowering to God at that time because I was like, what am I gonna do? So when you're a leader and I have like 15 people standing with me, I'm like, what we gonna do? So just looking for a place, having all these like high hopes for places I was seeing, knowing what my budget was, it was just very difficult because if you have, in here now, I don't know how many people working here because it just be whatever. But on any day, it's 10 people working here. So then they have their 10 clients. That's 20 cars outside. In New Haven, is no parking anywhere. We don't want clients to have to pay for parking. We don't want the hassle of circling the block mad times trying to find a park, and then having to pay, getting a ticket. So I'm like, I have to find a plaza. Getting in a plaza is so hard.
I was one like when I saw
that. It was just a lot. Like I've learned a lot in this experience, and things that I could take with me when it's time to do this shit again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't look at things as like, oh my God, this is a setback, or even like with the thing with the sign. I know what to do next time. You know what I'm saying? So we came here, I found the place. It was an antique shop first.
Yep.
So next door is an antique shop. It was 8,000 square feet. They scaled down a couple of years ago to 5,000. So now this is 3,000. So from my 400 square foot space to this space is really like a big deal to me. It's really growth, and I attribute all of that to God, because it was so hard finding it. And I was like, I need to combine everybody in one place.
Yeah.
Because people want to be, one-stop shop, one roof, and get everything done. And it's been great for the past 2 weeks that we've been here. So, it was hard, but it was worth it.
Hold on.
Very stressful moments. Like every avenue, been wild. I had a contractor that they told me I couldn't hire my own. So the landlord gave me one, and he ran off on me thousands of dollars. And it was not done. I'm supposed to be in here May 1st, and I didn't get here until 2 weeks ago.
All right.
So it's just been wild.
All right, hold on. Time out. That's a lot to unpack.
It is.
One thing, I'm in real estate, right?
Yeah.
So I deal with contracts.
So you know about that net?
Yes.
That junk is crazy.
You know what? So someone did something
crazy.
similar to me. You gotta pay when the work done.
So the problem is that when you're a small business, you go to the bank, because you don't use your own money ever, and you get a business loan.
Absolutely.
So because I have this small business, and like, oh, you're in the hair beauty industry, it's not like consistent. Like if you were like an electrician, or if you were, in some type of business that is going to be always having like a cash flow, you have contracts, people always getting money. It's not like that.
Yeah.
We have ups and we have downs as far as the money goes. So they're like, we'll give you money, but we need to pay the vendors directly.
Right.
So they're not going to just drop money in your account.
Right.
So when it's time to pay the vendors directly, they're not. I'm like, can I get half the check now?
Right.
And then half. It wasn't like that. I had to give them the money like that. So I couldn't give them half. I couldn't wait until the work was done, because I needed the money when they was giving it to me. I couldn't wait for it.
Got you.
So it was people like, why would you pay people before it's done? I'm like, I ain't dumb now.
Right.
I wait to pay people.
Right.
But the way that the situation was set up, that's how I had to do it. So definitely a learning experience.
Yo, you learned on the fly too.
Yeah.
Like literally,
I googled the shit out of some shit.
Listen. Hey, yo. So did you always have this plan? Because you was like, yo, you did here because you wanted money. So you didn't really want to do, like, was this something you wanted to do?
So I have an English degree because I love to write. Yeah. I love poetry. I like to read. So that's what I really enjoy doing, but I've always been a creative. When I was young and I was in 4th grade, I told my mom I want to be an art teacher. Yeah. And my mom's Jamaican, so she's like, Renee, you're gonna dead for hungry. And I was just like, Dad, I can't be an art teacher. Right. Because I'm gonna die. Like, so I had to think of a stable career. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna be a nurse, because all the Jamaicans I know, they're nurses. So let's do that. I love kids, so let me try to figure out how to be a pediatric nurse. But the kids suffering wasn't for me. So it just kind of came about, and at the end of the day, I'm still not the run.
Dang.
I'm sorry. So at the end of the day, I still do art every day. I create all my social media content. I do my own websites. I do my own flyers. Like, I do all that stuff myself. So still a creative at the end of the day. But yeah, I didn't want to always be a hairdresser, but I love to connect with people. And when you're doing hair or any type of service-based situation, you're going to connect with people. You're going to talk to people. You're going to pour into people. Right. So still doing what I set out to do.
So how you get nice
in a different way?
Did you go to hair school, or you just good? You just good at it?
I didn't go there.
So how'd you learn?
Experience. I take a lot of classes. I travel all over to go to different classes. I go to Atlanta a lot. I go to New York a lot. Whoever's having a class, and the classes, the Instagram classes, the people up there, they be charging thousands of dollars for classes. So it's more so just investing in yourself to learn different techniques and things like that.
You're pretty business savvy, I must say.
Thank you.
So Where does that come from? Did you learn that off of experience, or you always kind of?
I think everything is from experience. So you have a client that comes in that's not satisfied with something. So you figure out, how can I make sure that the next client doesn't have the same issue?
Right.
So just basing everything off of me being a customer. If I walk into a salon, how do I want to be treated? Do I want somebody to give me some water? Do I want the climate to be right? Do I want the person to be on time? Do I want to be greeted by my first name because I made an appointment with you and I put a deposit so you should know my name? Like, what do I want as a client? So that's how you kind of that's how I create my service, by what I think clients will want, by what I would like. And my ideal client is myself.
Right. How'd you know to scale up so fast, though?
It was an accident. The guy told me my lease was over.
So you didn't even mean to scale up?
No.
You hired a lot of people. You put people to work.
Yeah.
That was a part of your plan, or that was an accident too?
All the people that work here was already working here.
Okay, so explain that part to me.
So when we were at the original Trachouse location, when we were opening 5 years ago, August 1st, I had my 3 people that was already working with me from the smaller location.
Right.
And then I did a lot of Instagram, Facebook research, not so much like, oh, show me, tag the best hairdressers, because I'm not like that. I'm very discreet.
Right.
And I'm going to look at your stuff, look at how you respond to people in your comments, look at your work, is it consistent? Like, look at all those different things to see if you're the type of person I want. Because if people are writing under your comments saying, oh my God, this work is bomb, and you're not replying, or they're asking you a question, you're not replying, then you're not replying to your clients.
Right.
And I can't have you work in this establishment like that.
Right.
So just doing research on the people first, word of mouth. If somebody say, oh, I want to work at Trachouse or something like that, I'll say to one of the girls, you know her? What you know about her?
Right.
Or I'll go look at the common followers, or any of my clients patron with this person, and then do research in that way. And then I reach out to them and say, hey, I have an open space. Are you working from home? Are you working somewhere? To try to figure out how to get them here. So it was really like research first to try to get people in here. Because like the whole Indeed and trying to get people to work, that don't work for me.
Don't work.
People be lying. People lie on applications every day.
That's true. That's true. Trachouse. So where the name come from?
So Trachouse is a play on words, like trap house.
Right.
Because we be trapping in here.
Hey,
it is almost 9 o'clock and we're still working. We're still working.
Right.
But in honesty, like I said, I used to do hair from home, and I lived in a pretty sketchy neighborhood. And one of my clients, she was getting dropped off by her husband to get a wig made. And if you guys know about a wig, or maybe not.
Maybe not.
But wigs are pretty expensive. So you got to buy the hair, and then you got to pay for me to put it together. Then you got to pay for me to put it on. So he came to pick her up, and her service was like maybe $600 or something like that. And he was like, what is this, a trap house? Track house? Like, what is this?
Right.
Because the weft of bundles is called a track.
Get that.
So my name on Instagram, my hair page is ISO Tracks.
Right. So
it just kind of went together. Track house, ISO Tracks, trap house.
I like it.
When you buy hair, you buy it in kilos. Like, it's just drugs, pretty much. But we don't sell drugs here.
Right. Not at all.
No.
Not at all. No, I know
Not
that.
at all.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So, because I saw it on Instagram, and I don't know, it looks heavy. It looks like you got a huge following.
Do we?
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me.
So we had an Instagram video. One of my clients, she's been my longtime client. Like I'm talking about, used to come to my house on the side of my bed, folding chair. And she was like, Renee, let's do a TikTok. And I'm like, I'm not really on TikTok. Like, I'm 33. Like, I don't do that. But I love Instagram.
Right.
So she was like, let's do a TikTok. I was like, could we do a reel, like Instagram? And she was like, yeah, let's do this one. So it was her idea. And, the act like, that one. So we got like 1.4 or 5 million views on it. Damn. Of her just acting a damn fool. And she was just basically saying, like, I'm not making an appointment online. Like, you need to act like, you're going to do my hair, and I'm going to walk in here, you're going to do it.
Right.
And it was so relatable. And that's all Instagram reels are about. Like, people want to relate to the content. And every hairdresser, every client who felt like, my hairdresser know me. She know I'm not making an appointment. She know I'm going to come and I'm going to sweep real quick until it's my turn.
Right.
So I feel like we got a lot of our followers just from that video a couple months ago.
So you think, it came in one wave pretty much?
It came in a big wave, yes. And then ever since then, I'm just trying to keep up with the content to make sure we're giving people things to watch and to find something and come to our page and to keep scrolling for hours. Like, that's the goal.
So.
And then book an appointment.
Absolutely. So do you feel like you have to keep up? Because you was like, you just said to me before, if it wasn't for your business, you wouldn't even be on
Yes,
here.
if it wasn't for my business, then I probably wouldn't have an Instagram. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot. I was speaking to one of the girls that works here. She's 22, and she's like, Renee, I feel like I can't keep up. Like, I feel like I need to have like a, what's that truck everybody be buying with their business credit?
Truck.
The Ben. What is it?
G-Wagon.
The G-Wagon. I feel like I gotta get a G-Wagon. I gotta buy a condo. I gotta get a house. I'm like, you don't have to do any of that. Like, you're doing amazing to be 22 years old.
Right.
Like, you don't have to keep up with anybody. So I feel like the pressures of social media makes it hard to like live a regular ass life. Like, why can't you just drive a Camry and like be lit? Because 93 gas is crazy.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking that. I'm like, yo, if you had to pay 93 right now.
My mom pays 93.
Yeah, nah.
And she be like, can I get some gas money? I'd be like, can I get some gas money? Because you got to use $100 for your truck up.
Damn.
So at the end of the day, I wouldn't be up there. Like, it's enjoyable. I like to laugh, and you know, I spend a lot of time researching on Instagram, but it's very distracting.
Right. What do you do? Because like I feel like in this business, clients can really like badmouth you online, right? If something goes wrong, right? Because you got a lot of people. So
I do.
like,
It's crazy.
Has that happened? And how do you handle that?
So we have a disclaimer on our website, and it says if you bash our business or any of the people associated with Trachouse, we will sue you.
Oh.
So that's why you'll see a lot of negativity about Trachouse up there.
How'd you know to do that?
I didn't know. I just, you just threaten people and they just kind of... We can't really sue them, right?
Right. I mean, no.
What did they really
I'm
do?
thinking you got something. You know something I don't know.
I don't know anything.
You don't know nothing.
I just felt like if I put that there, like, think twice about it. Because sometimes people are just having a bad day. So, like, for example, what day was that? A few days ago.
Right.
I was doing a wedding in Long Island, so it was Sunday morning. We're closed on Sundays. So nobody's answering any DMs, nobody's doing nothing like that. It's Sunday. So It's the Lord's Day, right?
Absolutely.
So, but I do have nail technicians that work on Sundays. So I get a text message from one of my friends of a screenshot of this lady going ham. I had an appointment today at the Trachouse, and my wedding is in a few days, and I feel like this is the most unprofessional thing I've ever seen. And unprofessional is a very triggering word for me, because what does that even really mean? But anyway, she goes on and on about how she came, she pulled up, the lights was off, it was dark, and it was just so much. So then, all the people are chiming in like, oh, it's just a popular salon, they don't have good service. Underneath, I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like, it was like Homer? Mr. Krabs? I was like, oh my God. And I was like having a heart attack. So I'm like, what do I do? So then we have a grouper, and I'm just like, who client is this? It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. And then I get a side text from one of the girls. She's like, it's my client. Oh my God, I didn't see her appointment. Like, I'm going to contact her to rectify the situation. So I'm like, you need to, because this needs to be removed immediately. So then I'm watching the post all morning. So then I leave Long Island. I drive back to New Haven, and I pull up on her because now the lady is at the appointment. Okay. So I'm like, hi, how are you? I saw your post, and I just want to make sure that you're being taken care of. You want some wine? You good? Okay. You straight? Because when you post things, like she's like, she was laughing, trying to like kind of brush it off, but she was like, I just was really nervous, and I was afraid that I wasn't going to get my service done. And I said, I understand how you feel, but going to social media didn't solve anything, because if we were the type of people like, well, if you feel like that, we don't have to do it at all. And it was 4th of July weekend, so nobody was going to do your nails. So I didn't ask her to retract her statement, but I went there to show her that this is a small business, and stuff like that can like ruin us, because people are going to say, oh, look what happened. So like the importance of, don't go and bash people on social media. If you mad, you doing that is just making us not want to do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? So she erased it, and she was like, oh yeah, wedding ready, like that. And she thanks to Trachouse for rectifying the situation. And she erased it, but I screenshot both just in case, because you never know.
So you handle that pretty...
Right, but I can't always do that because there's mad of us. So I just really count on the people who work here to handle their clients with dignity and respect, because it's hard. A client beauty professional relationship is wild. Because we're people too. And we have emergencies, and we have kids, and we have stuff, but we also respect that you have stuff going on, but you got to respect us too. Like, y'all be texting us at 10 o'clock at night. Girl,
I seen a whole meme on that
it's
online.
crazy.
How does that? Okay.
I just tried to make a joke of it. So like we're gonna do that that TikTok trend that's happening right now when they have like the thing hanging from the ceiling and they're like, set this bitch off, and then the caption's gonna say when people leave bad reviews. Because that's what we're gonna do.
Right.
But just to kind of make light of it, like, you know, we take it serious because that could really, like, reviews are important. Like, we have over 1,000 5-star reviews, but people purposely go to say, oh, what are the 1-star reviews, to see what people have to say, because people are looking for something to be wrong.
It's true.
So all you could do is kind of keep coming and keep going harder with good service to outshine them, but people still gonna look for the bad, even though it's all good.
It's true.
That's how people are.
I saw that so you're a business coach too.
You know, I try.
Really?
I try.
Elaborate on that.
So I have done some business classes in the past where we get people together, because you know you have all the vision board joints. So nobody care about no vision board.
Nah, I don't. Yeah.
You're gonna do the vision board. You're gonna feel good while you're there in that moment. You're, you know, sticking and cutting. But then after that, where's the action plan? What are you actually going to do to put your vision into action? So I decided to do like a planning session where we kind of broke down for the first quarter of the year what you're going to do. How's your social media going to be planned out? What things are you going to put in place? What are your strategies? What are your goals? What are your campaigns? Like, what are you going to do? What are the steps you're going to take to do that? But then bring it all the way back to even, how are you going to set your day up for success? Like, you want to drink water every day, but the water is all the way on the 3rd floor of your house. At night, bring your water downstairs on the side of your bed. So you can set yourself up for success. Like, what are you going to do on those small scales? Pick your kids' clothes out the night before, so you don't have to be wasting time doing that. So what are things that you can do to prepare yourself for success? So I taught a class like that. And then just people come in and sit in my chair. Have a lot of business people, entrepreneurs that come and patron with me, and we always talk about their business or what they want to do, how they want to succeed. So not like a formal way, like you can pay me $1,000 to sit with you and create a plan, but more like informal, like how can I help you to enhance your business? Everybody that works here with me at the Trachouse, if they need some branding, if they need like advice on, well, how do I talk to my client with this, or how do I word this, or how do I raise my prices and it not seem like so wild and crazy, I can assist you with that. So more so building my team, but trying to extend it to other people. But you can only bring a horse to the water.
Can't make them drink though.
No. And I don't want nobody like, well, I had a business coach. No, I gave you some tools. It's your job to use the tools.
Do you plan on like, so you just doing that just to help the team, or like you plan on making that bigger too?
I help multiple people. So when I did the business classes, I had like over 100 business owners participate. But it's still about what you do with your own business.
Do you find most people actually take the advice, or
some people do?
Some.
Yeah. It's all about what you want to do. Like, do you want to be successful or not? Like, people always are envious of like, oh, she got all of this or she did it, but I work hard. And people that have things work hard to get them. Nobody is spoon-fed out here. We don't have like fathers with millions of dollars in checks and giving us inheritances. Like, we got to work. I have a 9-to-5 job, and I do this too.
All right, elaborate on that, because that sounds crazy.
It's not crazy.
I mean, the fact, I don't know, what I see and how you helping all these people, and you still have another job.
Yeah, I need insurance.
That's smart.
I need health insurance. Have a kid.
How's motherhood and working all this? How do you even balance the time?
Okay, so week with Renee. Monday, when school is in, I bring my daughter to school, and then I go to my job. And then I pick my daughter up. We usually have a date, or we like go do some type of activity. She goes to dance or something like that. But that's like mommy and me day. That's repeated Monday through Wednesday.
Gotcha.
On Wednesday evening or Thursday morning, she goes with her dad, because we have a great co-parenting relationship.
That's great.
And she goes with her dad, and then Thursdays, because it's COVID and I be working from home, I come to the salon on Thursday and Friday and Saturday. And then Saturday, when I'm done with the salon, her dad brings her back. And then Sunday is family day. So that's how I balance.
You know how amazing, to me, that is, the fact that you got it laid out like that. How long, so...
If you don't plan, you fail. So
you've been planning though?
Yeah.
Because you was just saying before, like, oh, it's experience, but...
no, but like everyday life, you have to plan it.
Right.
You have to plan things that happen. And I don't do well with like super changes. I try to be cool under pressure, but at the same time, you got to have God in it. Because if you don't like pray for like just like peace and like a good state of mind and like discernment, like you could just like fuck up. God and fuck in the same sentence. Oh. Somebody edited it. But for real, like you have to have like some sort of like balance, and you have to have good people around you to like encourage you and to support you. Like I have a great support system, and for the people that do it on their own, like I commend you, but it's not a one woman show over here.
Right. You don't feel like if you would have let the 9-to-5 go and you focus more on this, you could actually pay for the help? You could scale up faster?
You know, I think that that's true, but I like really love my boss, and my job is really great. Because what I do there is I help children to, I work at a medical school.
Okay.
And do you have a black doctor?
I do.
That's great, but a lot of people don't.
Right.
Or some people don't have a black doctor until they like get grown, when they're able to choose
that was me.
Yeah. So it was a make a choice to say I want to have a doctor that can relate to me and be of my, my experience. Right. So when we're young, there's not a lot of black doctors or just people of color in the medical field. So I take the medical students and other people who are in the health professions and introduce them to inner city youth and like connect them so they can do like courses and workshops and stuff with them inside of the New Haven community.
That's great. How did you find that? Your English.
God be doing that for me.
Yeah, he do. He really do.
He be lining me up. So
how long you been working there?
I've been working there as long as I've been having the Trachouse, so 5 years ago. So my daughter is 5.
Right.
I had her in 2017 in January. And then, this is me getting into my book story, so I don't really want to tell it. Ooh. So I was supposed to just have the Trachouse. I was building the other location.
Right.
But then something happened in my personal life. I was like, damn, I need to get a job, for real, after maternity leave.
Right.
Because I was planning on just doing this and then being on my husband's insurance, he could take care of us. But then something happened. So then I was like, I got to get a job. So then I worked at where I work. I don't want to say it out loud.
You don't have to. You don't got to.
So I worked there, and I'm working there ever since. Wow. So Trachouse, baby, and my job, same 2017.
Jamaican for real.
Absolutely. Not ashamed of it. Because we got mad jobs and we taking care of shit.
Yo, listen.
My nail tech is Jamaican. Yeah.
Oh my!
I thought you didn't want to be in it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But yo, I'm trying to process all this. Okay, so business wise, right? Mm-hmm. Because I see a lot of hairdressers with. It seems like they have money. It seems that
we do
way.
Got money.
You do. How is the business for it?
So business is great. COVID was crazy.
Yeah.
Because we had to close down. We were closed for almost 80 days, which was very difficult. A lot of hairstylists and people who work in like brick and mortars, they weren't set up to say, oh, well, I can go apply for unemployment or whatever. Everybody that works there is an independent contractor at that time. So it was, it was hard.
Yeah.
So luckily I made a wig line at that time, so people couldn't get into the salon and do their hair, but I was able to ship wigs to people. So again, God be on my side. It was divine timing in that regard. But yeah, I feel like we do pretty good.
So do you you don't sell like products or anything, do you?
So we have some products, like we have a hot comb, we sell hair, but we're trying to get into like more product-based situation, because that's how a lot of salons thrive. Like they meet their baselines by selling products like, oh girl, I use the shampoo in your hair, you should use it when you get home,
right,
type of thing. So just trying to shift there, and now we're in a space where we can make that happen. So it's just trying to take it one day at a time, not have too many projects, because as you can see, I'm overwhelmed.
Yo, I was overwhelmed listening to the whole.
I know, that's not even half of it. So I just try to give you a little.
Because you're getting into the book, right?
Yeah, a little snip.
So when's this book happening?
I don't know.
You just talking?
Yeah, I'm just speaking it, because it seems like when I say stuff, it just be happening. So in last November, we do like an annual Christmas, like a photography photo shoot type of thing.
Yeah.
Everybody looks forward to seeing our Christmas photos because they're always so fun. It's like a bunch of blazing girls, and then we just look good, right?
Right.
So one of the photographers, he was doing some headshots for us, and he was like, yeah, Renee, because they always talk to me about business all the time. Renee, I'm trying to do an event space. Me and my brother, we want to like get an event space popping. And I was like, that's a great idea. Ultimately I want Trachouse to be in like a warehouse, because if we're in a warehouse, then I could do the hair in the front, have everything there, and then we could have like different studios so that we can do photo shoots and stuff. If people get their hair and makeup, everything done, you could do a photo shoot right in the next space. We could do video shoots, have content space. I was like, if we could do it together, we can get a big ass spot.
Right.
And then like the next week, my landlord was like, actually, you got to go, so you better start finding that space. So I was like, tag God, I was kidding.
Right. I'm not ready.
Right
I'm not ready yet.
Right. So I was looking for a warehouse, but it's a lot to like get those in Salon ready.
Yeah.
So I think I would want to buy that, not rent it and renovate it.
Buy that as in
like buy it.
Like put your own money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Soon come.
That's dope. That's dope. So besides that, you got any more plans?
Because
it seems like you just got plan after plan after plan.
I know. So after I finished doing, it's not done, but like after finally moving into this space, I'm like, okay, so what are we gonna do next? But every October we have an event called the Pink Project, where I have two grandmas, like most people do,
right.
But both of them are breast cancer survivors. So I try to do an event where we give wigs back to breast cancer survivors or people currently going through treatment. So last year it was pretty big. We had 10 survivors. They all got free wigs. They got them installed. They got their makeup done. We had brunch. We had breakfast. Everything catered for them. They had like gift boxes. They had photo shoot. Like it was fabulous. So just trying to figure out how to start working on that right now because October about to be here.
Knowing you might get a phone call. You might have to do it next week.
Well, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so that's the only month that I can do. It's the only month that makes sense. But we're gonna do a back to school, like a hair show. We got a grant from the city of New Haven because I feel like hair is art.
Yes.
So we're gonna do a back to school hair show in August. The prospective day is August 21st. So I really need to start planning that. But just trying to like be in the moment here because it's been so much hard work, so many tears, so many obstacles. So just trying to be in this space. Yeah. Oh wow, Joy, it looks great. Just trying to be in this space and like revel in it a little bit before because sometimes you pray to get to a spot and then when you get there, you forgot to say, God, thank you for getting me to where I've been praying to get to, and you're trying to do something else. So just trying to like stop and smell the flowers and tag.
Right. 33 is young to be, to all the stuff that you accomplished. It's young in general, regardless if you didn't even accomplish that. So, what is the future like? Do you feel like how much are you going to scale this thing?
So before, I used to be like, I want a Trachouse in everywhere you can get off the plane.
Right.
Like, I want to have a Trachouse in Houston. I want to have a Trachouse in Atlanta. I want to have a Trachouse in LA, New York. But just managing this is difficult. Just different personalities. So I think that in the 5-year lease that I have here is really going to be about like really getting like some protocols together of when somebody's hired, what's their onboarding like, what are the daily operations like, because as entrepreneurs we kind of like go, so I think kind of setting up that framework for me is going to be key in duplication of this same essence that's here.
Right.
So that's probably what I'll be working on for the next 5 years, trying to figure out how to propel, because I don't want to open something and then I have to keep flying to Atlanta every other week because something goes awry.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
No.
So that's the goal, I think. I don't know yet.
Yo.
It seems great.
Nah, it sounds dope.
Hardcore stuff to deal with.
Yo. I'm lost for words, man. I'm like...
Trachouse. That's what one of our clients says. She comes in, she's like, Trachouse. And so I was like, Trachouse.
You got merch too, right? I think I seen it online.
So we have a hoodie. I was trying to dive into it, but it's just too much. I don't know how people sell stuff like that.
What you mean?
So we had like some hoodies. I got them from Pakistan. They were mad warm. They were great.
Right.
I got 50. I sold the 50. Actually, I'm lying. My mom got like 4 of them at the house. She's been taking them out and like wearing them. Like, where you going? Like, watch the one you already got.
Oh shit.
So that was great. I think I'll bring them back this winter because they're really like a statement type of piece. They're warm. They're great quality. But other than that, if somebody comes to me like they make shirts or something, and like, oh, I want to partner with you, then
that's different.
We could do that because you already do that. Like, I believe in letting people flourish in what they do.
Right.
I don't do that. I could design it, but I don't want to sell it. That's too much.
Nah, actually,
I can't do it.
So when you were saying like selling products, like
hair products, like hair, like bonnets, you know, things that people need every day.
Do the Asian community control that?
The Asian community definitely has a grip on it.
How are you going to get into that?
So like, I already have like the hair store vendors, like where you can go get the stuff in wholesale, but you're never going to get it as cheap as they get it. So that's why when you shop, like, cause we have like 2 Black-owned hair stores in New Haven,
right?
But their prices are more because they're not getting it for as low as the Asians are getting it.
Right.
So it's like we try to patron with them and support them, but like if I want to get some edge control and if I go to the Asians and it's $3.99, but I come to you and it's $7.99, I still got to think about my pocket too.
Right.
So just trying to figure out how to corner that market because they already have, like, they got the wigs, they got the hair, they have everything on Smash, but that's like from, you know, decades ago when they like did a treaty or something. Like, we only selling wigs, like we the only ones.
Right.
So, like, I don't know what to do about that, but they, you know, it's about the best marketer wins.
So yeah, that was my point I'm trying to make. It's like, how do you even get in? Because you got to worry about your pockets. Do you sacrifice some money and just keep working with your own? Or?
I mean, it all depends on what it is. Like, if I can get 1,000 pieces of something for $1,000 from the Asians,
right,
then I got to do what I got to do. Because everything come from somewhere.
That's real. What's the legacy like for Renee?
You know, where I work at, my 9 to 5, if I stay there, my daughter can go to college for free. Oh. But she gives me the vibes that she's going to be an entrepreneur and waste my 18 years I spent there. So I'm not going to do that. But for her, she can have this. When I opened my shop in 2020, I said, you know, Marley, this is your shop. So she said, oh, it's mine? I said, this is yours. Like, this is yours. So she's like, are we going to my shop or are we going to your shop? I said, we're going to your shop today. Oh. So I'm building this for her. And if she don't want to be a beautician or she doesn't want to be in the beauty industry, regardless if she's surrounded by it every day, like, she's still going to get money off of it. Right.
So is this, like, do you have any other investments? Like, are you into investing outside of this? Because it seems like you could be.
This is my baby, you know? And I feel like you got to get something right before you could go do something else. Right. And that's just what I truly believe. Like, I think real estate is a great thing to get into. And anything that I could, like, buy it and then get rent from people, right, I'm down for that. But if the pipes break, they got to call somebody else.
It's true.
So I think that responsibility is really great to do other things. And I have, like I said, that foundation and that master plan of how this ship can sail itself has to be developed before I can super extend myself into other areas. Mm.
So what would be your advice for somebody who, like, they in their house right now, they back where you was at in the trap?
They're still the trap. But it's all about, when you're a beauty professional, it's about you as an individual. So, like, some people, like, I have had girls who worked here who they did the on the floor hair salon vibe, and then it wasn't for them because they're not really people, right? Like, they don't like to be around a lot of people. They don't want different clients coming in. Like, they'd rather be in a private space, so a suite is a better environment for them. So it really depends on what you want to do. Like, if your client and your target audience enjoys coming to your house and, like, giving your kid cookies, right, that's okay because that's for you. Right. My clientele at this present moment, like the lawyers and the doctors, the nurses, the professors, like, they don't want to come to my house. They want to come to an establishment. Right. So, like, my clientele wouldn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's really about who you're trying to reach and how far you want your pockets to go. I've seen people on social media that work in their basements and they got more money than me because how you brand yourself, how you market yourself. So my advice is just to stay true to who you are and treat your clients well so they can treat you well. And you could do whatever you're doing wherever you at. It's all about perfecting the experience.
Yeah, your clientele, before we go, right? Because lawyers, that, like, say that again?
I have lawyers, I have doctors, I have professors, like college professors, I have teachers, I have CNAs, I have people that just want to look good.
Right.
Like, and they want to invest in this, so they're not going to question me like, damn girl, you went up $40. Like, they're not about to say that to me.
So you don't go through the whole, like, let me get a discount type of thing?
No.
When's the last time you've been through that?
I don't know.
It's been too long.
Nobody asked me that. If you can't afford it, then you just, go to someone else that you can. I'm not going to haggle with you. Because I treat my clients really good. Like, I give discounts. I say, oh, girl, it's your birthday. Like, what's up? I'm going to curl your hair for free today. Or, like, I just had a client today. She came here to get her nails done. She texted me about an appointment last month. I didn't reply because I get mad text messages, so it was an accident.
Right.
And I was like, girl, when's your birthday? Because I know her birthday's in July. She's like, my birthday's on Sunday. I said, what you want to see here? She's like, text you. And I said, girl, what? And she sat and got her nails done, and I did her hair while she sat in the chair getting her nails done.
Oh, wow.
Because and I didn't charge her. So I charge a lot, but I give a lot too.
Right.
Depending on, what our relationship is like and the experience. It's all about experience.
Right. So as far as you do pretty much everything happens here, like from braiding, you do everything.
Not me personally, but it can get done.
It can get done?
Mm-hmm. Like, we could do your hair.
Yeah,
there's a barbershop right next door.
So,
I know guys are kind of loyal to who their barber is, but
I mean, if he's nice, then he's nice. You know
they
what
Spanish.
I mean?
Spanish people are really good with
Oh, yeah, they got I ain't gonna lie. My barber's Spanish right now.
See?
Yeah. Yeah, they got the game on smash. I'm
Spanish
sorry.
people go crazy in the barber.
Yeah. Well, damn. I'm glad you did this. I'm glad you made this happen.
Good. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, man, you blessed my platform with
Yes.
some knowledge, man.
Yes.
I don't know.
Just go for it.
Yeah.
Everybody just got to do what you love to do. Because that's how you get money. That's how you don't have stress. And I'm not saying that it's glorious. Like I said, it's been a lot of obstacles. But like when you're really loving what you do, then you just look at everything as a lesson. Versus, I hated that client today. Hope she never come back ever again. But now you know. Do I feel like that?
Yeah.
No.
You got loyal clients, I can tell.
I have pretty loyal clients.
Yeah.
I love them.
But if someone were to go somewhere else, that doesn't bother you.
No. And that's another thing about Trachouse that's different from other salons. Like, we all share clients in here. So, like, if I can't do your weave because I'm a mom today, right. Then I could send her to anybody and they're comfortable. They don't feel like they're chair hopping. They don't feel like they're being disloyal because it's still in brand.
Yeah.
And they feel comfortable with whoever we recommend to them. They trust it. And that brand is about trust.
Right. This is a movement that I am happy to be a part of.
Yay!
And I wish y'all the best, man. This was
Thank
dope.
You so much.
And y'all heard it from Renee herself.
Yes.
Justin, man, you got anything for Renee, man? Because she got the business on smash right now.
Actually, I don't.
No questions for her. I know you do. You always throw one in there for the kid.
Yeah. Well, what's the hardest, I guess, obstacle you face now after you've gotten over the hump of starting the business?
Justin be throwing those hard questions.
Yeah, like what?
So as a business entrepreneur, a lot of the time the biggest obstacle is actually starting.
Yes. I think the starting business is easy. Like, it's good. It's easy to get you website, logo, Instagram. Like, those things are easy, getting your clients, but getting people to come back and then living up to the expectation from the first time they came. So now I have I have 2 receptionists at the front, and when they come in, it's like, oh my God, welcome to Trachouse. Thank you for coming. Like, who's your appointment with? Scan. Like, she got to keep doing that every day. She can't be like, what's up? Welcome to Trachouse. Like, she can't do that. She has to give 1,000% every time, because when you came the first time, so you have to get it now. So the consistency, like the expectancy of what we give, I think that's hard to keep up with every time. Like, you have to always be on go as an entrepreneur to deliver the best service. Like, you can't wrap somebody's sneakers up and give them a bow and sprinkles and junk, and then the next time you just send it in a cardboard box. Because they're gonna be like, what? I only bought it again because they gave me glitter last time. Where's the glitter? So the consistency and just like keeping it up, that is hard.
Maintaining.
Yes, that is hard.
How do you keep everyone motivated like that?
I be trying to send scriptures in the morning.
Because I'm like That's Justin's wave too.
Because you gotta stay, like, every day is not gonna be a great day. Like, your dog could have died last night. How can somebody expect you to come here and perform and be smiling in their face? Like, it's hard to say, leave that shit at the door.
Right.
Because we're human beings. But when you go to Chick-fil-A, they get that shit right every time. Every time.
They do.
How can we be like that? Where is their training manual? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that trying to keep everybody motivated is like, we gotta be nice so you get the money, so we get the bag, so we get the stuff we want, that we need, so we can provide for our families. That's important.
Last question from me.
You said one question.
Nah, he got one more.
I'm just kidding.
He got one more.
What is your ideal exit strategy?
So I try to exit every day. So right now, I only work on Friday and Saturday. I keep my client list very exclusive. So I only do 6 people a week. That's it. So getting into that is already difficult. Yeah, I think I love doing hair. I love being with people, but training people. And I think ultimately you had asked me earlier, what do I want to do? Having some type of academy or school for people that don't want to pay Paul Mitchell $28,000. But how can we create something where we're getting grants to fund for these young ladies who are clearly talented,
right,
but don't want to take out a loan for $1 million trillion? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So maybe trying to create a school where people are paying tuition so that I don't got to come to work in the end. So something like that.
There's no ceiling for you, man.
That's why there's no ceilings in here. See? No ceiling.
Yeah. That was...
No,
it's
for the fire. Just jokes. It's so the sprinklers can put out a fire.
I'm like, that's intentional?
Isn't that great? I should say it.
You should. Yo,
I know.
If she would have kept going, I'm like, yo, that's genius. That's genius. You would have seen me online
there's no ceilings. That's so funny.
Yo, I'm impressed by this.
That's
man.
So funny.
It is, because you was like, I looked up and I'm like,
oh, think quick.
Yo, it's good, yo.
That's
T, you got any questions for Renee? He like, man, she done covered everything. Yeah, this is dope, man.
And I got divorced this year on March 15th. During all of that.
See, I didn't want to.
I'm just saying, I'm gonna throw it in there because it's been crazy. You could do anything that you put your mind to. Anything.
Oh.
But we're done.
We're done.
Yeah.
We're done. We'll leave it there.
Leave it for the book.